In today's episode of The Tenant, I'm in Mumbai. In Mumbai, I'm in the central suburb of Sion, a location very close to the business district of Bandra Kurla complex. Our tenant today is a family that owns an apartment here, but is yet staying on rent. Why are they doing that? What works for them and what doesn't? Let's meet them.
Hi Vishal.
Hi Raj, good to see
Welcome
you.
to my 3 BHK apartment.
Okay, 3 BHK. Okay.
Please
This
come.
is a 3 BHK large apartment, I guess.
Yeah. So this is my sister.
Hi.
Hi,
Amrita.
Amrita. Nice to
Nice
meet
to
you.
So yeah, you said 3 BHK. How big is this 3 BHK apartment?
Yeah, so it's around 1250 square feet, and we have 2 master rooms and 1 common bedroom.
So why does someone who already has an apartment staying on rent?
So one of the factors is the bigger space, and another major factor I would say is the parking. So that is a big, I would say, headache in our area to find parking in a rented apartment. So those are the 2 main factors which influence our decisions.
So how small is the owned apartment that you were living in?
Right. So our own apartment is 1.5 BHK, and with the lockdown, we had work from home. Me and my brother, we both work in IT. So it was getting very difficult for us to work from home because we need our individual space for our work calls. So space, like Raj said, was a primary reason for a bigger apartment. Plus, we wanted a building which has a lift, for our mom. That was one factor we considered while choosing this area, because we've been born and brought up in and around Sion Matunga. So, this really suited most of our needs.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how long did you take to get this apartment? This search कितनी लंबी थी?
So it lasted a few weeks, I would say, because हमारे काफ़ी filters थे. So mainly हमको ये area का ही देखना था. So we got hold of a local agent or a broker, and within the same lane we saw a few apartments, and also one on the other side. And this one, I would say, is the Vastu compliant, or the most Vastu compliant which we could find. And you wouldn't believe, I just stayed in the next building. So to move here wasn't such a big shift.
So you were not just in the same street, but you were right in the next building.
Right next door.
So how important were the needs of your mother in finalizing on an apartment like this?
So let's just find out. Vishal, I'll take you to my mom.
Okay, she's here only.
Yeah.
Okay.
So she's my mom.
Hello, auntie.
Hi Vishal.
Hello.
How are you?
Very well.
Yeah. Hi.
तो आपके माइंड में वो डाउट था कि इतने सालों से मैं एक ओन घर में रह रही हूँ और अभी मैं रेंट पे शिफ्ट करूँ, कुछ ऐसा बैगेज था आपके माइंड में कि रहना नहीं चाहिए
मतलब रेंट के घर पे?
रेंट के घर पे? वो जैसे काफ़ी लोग बोलते हैं ना, रेंट पे कैसे रह सकता हूँ मैं?
नहीं, उसमें क्या, कुछ नहीं है. रेंट के घर में रह क्या खराबी है. इनफैक्ट मैंने ही तो इंसिस्ट इन लोग को बोला था कि चलो अभी बिगर स्पेस नहीं है अपने पास, और टेम्पररी रेंट पे रह लेते हैं, उसमें कुछ प्रॉब्लम नहीं है मेरे हिसाब से.
तो ये जो डिसीजन था रेंट में शिफ्ट करने का, ये आपने ड्राइव किया था?
यस, मैंने ड्राइव किया था.
ओके. तो इस घर में आपके लिए सबसे इम्पोर्टेंट चीज़ क्या है ये घर में?
सबसे इम्पोर्टेंट चीज़ तो सबसे पहले तो स्पेस है, जो हमको था कि सबको एक एक इंडिविजुअल बेडरूम चाहिए, सबको प्राइवेसी चाहिए.
तो ये जो घर है, ये आपके लिए फाइनल स्टॉप होगा, ये जो 3 BHK रेंटेड अपार्टमेंट, या आपका प्लान है ये घर खरीदने में या कहीं और जाने में?
फाइनल स्टॉप तो नहीं बोलूँगी इसको. अभी मेरा प्लान तो ये है, देखो कि अभी दोनों बच्चों की शादी करनी है. शादी हो जाएगी, फिर मैं मेरा रिटायरमेंट पीछे की लाइफ लोनावाला में जाके रहना चाहती हूँ.
ये आपका मंदिर रूम भी है?
यस, मंदिर है. मेरा रूम ही मेरा बेडरूम है, तो अच्छा खासा बड़ा मिल गया कि मेरा मंदिर भी मेरे रूम में ही आ गया.
And this has an attached bathroom as well?
Yeah, so this is one of the master bedrooms, so it has a attached washroom with it.
Okay. Can we see it?
Yeah.
So this apartment has 2 master bedrooms.
Yes.
So how is the distribution of the house done in that way? your mom gets the master bedroom, you get the master bedroom, she gets the other master bedroom.
Yeah, so
Who do you think?
I'm beginning to suspect it's her. What's special about that room?
Let's have a look.
Okay. This is S for what?
So it's my mom's initial, S Sushma, and this is actually hand painted by me. Yeah. So I have our initials hand painted, and we've put it up on each of our doors, room doors.
So S is done. Up next will be A.
Yeah.
Chalo. This is large.
Yeah.
So how did you manage to make sure that Raj agrees to let you have this room?
So I like the setup in my room as well. So it was like in my mind I had also fixed that room for me. And,
Okay, so basically both of you all wanted different rooms. So it
Yeah,
worked out.
yeah. And I think our criteria has worked out, and there was no fighting.
No, right.
Yeah.
So this is your bedroom and it doubles up also as your workroom?
Yeah, yeah. So I take my calls, my work calls, and everything from here, and yeah, it's also my bedroom.
For someone like you, when you're staying on rent in a locality like this, are there some things in an apartment that you definitely did not want?
Like I would say, parking was a primary factor for us. We saw a couple of apartments in this lane itself. Some of them did not have the parking facility for tenants. So that was a little challenging for us because, like you know, it's very difficult to find parking in Mumbai. In this lane itself, sometimes we would have to maybe go a half a kilometer ahead and then we would park our car. So let's say if I want to go to office, my car is parked somewhere else, you know, that becomes a challenge in our day-to-day life.
And this room also has an attached bathroom.
Yes.
So A is done. Up next will be your grand room.
So there was a R here initially,
Okay.
but had a little bit of accident. So you can think of it, it's still there.
Okay.
So this is my humble room in the big house, I would say.
So this room gets used for what all? What all do you do here?
So I spend most of my day here. So in the morning to evening, I'm working. So I have a desk set up. So this was, you know, the key selection criteria for me for the room. And after work, I can chill, watch TV. I have a lot of friends over. So after work, so we just come over here, this side of the house. So that side of the house doesn't get disturbed. So me and my sister's room are in this side, so we have a lot of friends coming over, chilling, and also it's really fun. I would say so that those experiences we couldn't have in the earlier apartment. So
How important was it to have a apartment layout like this where one room can be disconnected from the other two, because so that you can go around with your independent fun and
Yeah.
life while your mother does not get disturbed?
It makes a lot of difference actually. So our friends come over, you know, sometimes it gets late in the night and we wouldn't want to disturb our mom. So this layout worked out really well. Like,
Was there a big difference in the type of options you got as a tenant looking for an apartment in terms of supply of units that had parking as a facility?
yeah, definitely I would say, because when we looked at other properties, there was a clear mandate that the tenants cannot park,
Yeah.
you know, in the designated parking spots. As we know, our lane is quite, you know, jammed because we have a popular restaurant here. So they use the lane as their personal valet, I would say. So to find parking outside on the road is a project itself.
So here there is ample parking.
Yeah, so I have if you see the layout, I have an entire, say, building lane where I can park my own car. So I have 2 cars right now. Even when I have guests over, I can squeeze those cars and it can accommodate 4 to 5 cars.
But this plot, when I saw it, doesn't seem a very big plot. So it's are there very limited number of residents in the building that allow the parking to be so easy?
yeah, so if you see, right, this building, on each floor there's a single flat and it's a 4-floor building. So we have only 4 families living here.
So basically, for both of y'all, the biggest amenity that you had in mind was parking.
Yeah.
Okay. The gym, the pool, and all can wait, but parking was what really needed it.
Yeah.
So that completes the 3rd bedroom. Tell me, for this entire space, I know there's quite some part yet to be seen. How much rent are you guys paying?
So I'm paying 85,000 as a rent here, including the parking charges.
Okay. And how are you funding this?
So I did a bit of tax planning around this. So we are getting the HRA component. So me and my sister, we are taking use of that, as well as I have rented out my owned apartment. So from there I'm getting around 32,000 monthly as a rent.
Okay. This will be the common washroom.
Yeah, or my washroom, if you can say, for my room.
This is the bathroom which you have to make though, because your mom and your sister took the attached bathroom.
Yeah.
So tell me, in this apartment, you seem to have a pretty sizable kitchen. Does it get used a lot by you guys?
Yeah, personally, I use it for my parties and late night gatherings. So when my friends come over, we take over the kitchen for our food and beverages, I would say.
Okay. How about you?
Yeah, I use it a lot. Like me and my mom, to make cooking sometimes, and breakfast, lunch. So yeah, for me, it gets used a lot.
If work from home ends, okay, you both get back to the life of go to office every day. Would you be able to adjust now back into a smaller apartment? Could you go back to the old life?
For me, I would say it would be a very difficult transition back to the old life, I would say. Having stayed in a bigger house, and during the lockdown we stayed in our bungalow in Lonavala, so that was also a bigger space than this current one. So personally it would be a very difficult adjustment, I would say, for me.
How about you?
Yeah, likewise. It will be a challenge to shift to our smaller apartment, because we are used to this space, and like during the lockdown we spent a lot of time in our bungalow, so there also we had ample of space. So to shift to a smaller apartment would be very difficult.
So what next for both of you all in your housing journey?
Yeah, so I'm looking to purchase an apartment. So either I can, sell off the existing one, or wait for it to hit the redevelopment lottery, I would say. So that's the plan I would follow. Yeah,
So either sell or the redevelopment lottery comes your way.
definitely.
Okay. All the best for redevelopment. That's the buzzword in Mumbai real estate currently.
Definitely.
Every street is seeing redevelopment. So all the best for that. But thank you for coming on the Tenant. Interesting story of a family putting their own house on rent and then moving on rent themselves.
Thank you
Thank
so
you so much,
much,
Vishal.
Thanks.
It's a pleasure.
Time for the report card. This is a reasonably spacious 3-bedroom apartment, 1250 square feet building, pretty much a no-frills building, but it has one very important element that is priceless in a location like Sion. It has parking. Connectivity, very strong. Very close to the CBD or Bandra Kurla complex. Also, it's fairly close to another CBD, Lower Parel, well connected to most parts of Mumbai. Location, this is a good mix of residential and commercial. A lot of vibrant eateries over here, dominated of course by some big residential societies. All in all, if you're a person or family looking for a well-connected home at a reasonable budget, is okay with having no amenities in the project, this is the sort of location and project that can be considered.